seen like POS simplification. We have seen about the POS simplification in the previous class. Okay, and also we have seen how to convert function to the KMF function to the KMF. A function will be given. You have to convert it to the KMF. Okay, and we have also seen the POS simplification. Then we have seen some non-standard form is given. Either the form will be not in the form of the function is not in the form of SOP or POS. First, what you need to do, you have to make it in the standard form. After that, by standard form, after that you have to realize after that you have to minimize it and you have to represent it the KMF, then minimize it using KMF, then realize it. Okay, all the things you have seen in the previous class. Okay, and this class what we are going to see, let's say some questions like this, some important questions will come up in the exam. So the main thing is realization. In this class we are going to see realization of minimized function. Okay, as you have already, we have studied four different ways of realization. What are those? Using basic gates, they are there. And also we have studied the two level realizations. What are those two level realization we have studied? Okay, we have studied about the like and or realization. We have also studied about the or and realization. We have also studied about the non realization. We have also studied about the nor realization. Am I correct, students? So these are the different two level realizations we have already studied. Now the thing is how to realize those using minimized function. Like if a function is given to you, you have to minimize it, and finally you have to realize any of these two level realizations. So you need to know what are the different functions to be realized in this particular two level functions. So the type of function required for this. Okay, the type of function required for this are mainly and or we need the function should be of SOP type. If we get a minimized SOP, then you can able to realize it with the help of and or. Next, for or and realization we need the function type is POS type. And if the function we can able to minimize the function to the POS, then we can easily realize it with the help of or and two level or and realization. Then non we can realize it the SOP functions only. For non we can realize the POS functions only. Okay, so these are the particular things you should have to convert first before realizing and or and or and non. Okay, so if a question is given to you, like some function is given to you, implement the function using two level NAND gate. So obviously what you need to do, if you want to represent it two level NAND gate, you have to minimize the function into the finally minimized SOP form. Am I correct, student? So you know that how to minimize it to the minimized SOP by using KMap, by using Boolean algebra and all, you know it. So see here, this is actually 2017 question. I'm going to tell you now. Like the question is F A B C D summation of M 0, 2, 4, 9, 11, 12, 13 and 15. Okay, let's say this is the function. Implement the function using two level NAND gates. Using two level NAND gates. So this is the question, students. So it's a 5-mark question and some important question, students. What you need to do here, the function is given. The function is given in the form of canonical SOP. So this is in the form of canonical SOP. So first of all, you need to check what is the implementation he is telling. That two level NAND gate he is telling. So obviously, if it is two level NAND gate, we need the function is SOP type of function. Am I correct, students? If the function given here is a two level function, then obviously I need a two level the function should be a SOP type. So here already the function is given in the SOP, in canonical SOP, so no need to worry about it. So what you need to do is simply start minimizing it using KMap or Boolean algebra, whatever may be. Then finally you can able to realize that thing easily. Okay, so see here what I can do. It's obviously a 4 variable, so we need a 4 variable KMap to minimize it. So my 4 variables are like this. 4 variable KMap is like this. So it requires 16 number of cells. As we have done many things about the 4 variable KMF, 2 variable KMF, 3 variable KMF, so there is no doubt about it now. So this is A, B, C, D, C bar, D bar, C bar, D, C, D, C, D bar. In here A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B, A, B bar. Okay. And you can know the positions of each cells: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, then 15. Okay, so these are the different positions. Now you can put those values, whatever the function in the function, the min terms are available as 1 in the cells. Okay, so 0 is present, yes, 2 is present, yes, 4 is present, 9 is present, okay, 11 is present. Where is 11? 11 is present, 12, 13, and then finally 15. Okay, next what you need to do after doing this minterm representations as 1 in the KMM, you need to start grouping it to minimize it. Okay, because you have to realize the two level NAND gate for the minimized SOP. Am I correct, students? So what you need to do, as you know that precedence formula, I have already told you. First you have to check the 16 number of minterms. If there is no 16 number of minterms, go to octets. If there is no octets, go to quads. Okay, so here obviously no octets, I have gone go to the quads. So is there any quad is present? Yes, so we can do this actually as quad. Any else quad is present? No. If there is no quad, we can go to the pairs. Okay, the pairs are like this, we can do it like this. Okay, next we can do it like this. Else we can do something. Let's say we'll not do like this. Let's say we can take there's some problem. Okay, so it's fine, we can do it like this, not an issue. So we can do it like this. Okay, another one, but it will take extra. Okay, so there is some issue here. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so what I'm doing here, just check. Here you can do it actually like this, and finally you can do it like this. Okay, so these are the three groupings. Anything else, students? No. Okay, so what are these actually? The minimized values. The minimized values are obviously here for this grouping. I will get actually the common is A, D. Here the common is actually A bar, B bar, and D bar. And for this I'll be getting B, C bar, D bar. Okay, so finally what is the function we have got? The minimized function we have got. The minimized function is F, which is AD, B, C bar, D bar, or A bar, B bar, D bar. Okay, do you all understand? So this is my minimized SOP which I have got actually. Okay, so what is the question asked? So question is not asked you to find the minimized function. He has asked to realize the minimized function using NAND gate. So what you need to do? So if you do up to this, you will get up to 2.5 marks. So finally what you need to do? You need to realize this particular function, the minimized function, using two level NAND gate. So for that what you need to do? For the two level NAND gate, what we have studied actually using two level NAND gate realization, for you know to realize in the two level NAND gate. So what you have to do? First you have to, step one would be, you need to realize it is using AND or realization. First you realize with AND or realization. Okay, so you know that how to realize it. Before that you need to have assumption. What is the assumption? We have already studied all these things. The assumption is all the inverted inputs are readily available to me. Inverted inputs are available with me. Okay, we don't need any NOT gates put by putting the inverted inputs. Okay, so we know that how to do this AND or relation. So we'll be having A, we'll be having D. So this is my A, D. I have been taken an AND gate. So because I'm going to do AND followed by OR gate. Okay, next we'll be having B, C bar, D bar. So this is B, this is my C bar, this is my D bar. Okay, I'll be taking a AND gate again. Then I'll be having A bar, B bar, D bar. So this is my A bar, B bar, and D bar. A bar, B bar, and D bar. Then again a NAND gate. And finally all AND gates will go for OR gate, followed by OR gate. So this will be my AND OR relation, students. So this is my first step, which is actually AND OR relation. Then what we have studied actually, in order to do this all the things using NAND gate, what we need to do, we have to put two series of NOT gates at the input of the OR gate, all the input of the OR gate. So what you need to do, in order to convert this AND gate into the NAND gate, what you need to do, you need to put a NOT gate here, okay, and also you have to put a NOT gate here. So both these NOT gates will cancel each other. Finally, whatever the value will be here, that will be get achieved over here. Okay, am I correct? Similarly, same thing you can do here also, here as well. Same thing here as well. Okay, next, this is the step 2. Step 2, what you need to do, you have to put two series of NOT gate, two series of NOT gates to the input of, to all the input of OR gate. Okay, so this is the way I have done. Next, what I need to do, next step 3 will be draw the NAND gate equivalent circuit. So you know that this is a NAND gate. Okay, this is also a NAND gate, this is also a NAND gate, and obviously we have already proved this is also a 3 input NAND gate. Okay, so step 3 is what you need to do. Step 3, for step 3, draw the equivalent circuit, draw the equivalent NAND gate circuit. NAND gate. Okay, all the NAND gates you have to draw here. So what you need to do, this is obviously my two input NAND gate. So I can take A and D. So what is my final implementation? So I can take A and D. Finally, I can connect a NAND gate over here, because we know that there is actually present a AND gate and one OR gate. By combinedly, both of this will be NAND gate. Okay, then you have to take B, C bar, D bar, B, C bar, D bar. I have been taken B, C bar, D bar. Again, I will connect one NAND gate. Again, I will connect one NAND gate. Next, A bar, B bar, and D bar. This also I will be connect to one more NAND gate. And finally, as we know that this actually gate, which is actually having NOT gate, all NOT gates connected to a OR gate, is simply will be a NAND gate. Okay, which is actually a 3 input NAND gate. We have already studied. Then also we can convert this. We can also put this equivalent as a 3 input NAND gate. Okay, so this is my like I'll be taking all the inputs like this. Okay, then finally I'll be connect to a 3 input NAND gate, and I can see here this is my 2 level NAND relation. Okay, so this is my NAND, this is also my NAND. So this will be again your 2.5 mark. Okay, do you all understand, students, what you need to do? First, you have to minimize it using K-map or Boolean algebra or whatever might be. The way I have done here, if the question will given like this, implement the function using 2 level NAND gate. What you need to do? First, you need to find out the minimized SOP. After finding out the minimized SOP, you need to convert into the you need to represent that or realize that the minimized SOP into NAND relation. This is the way. First step we will be follow the AND OR relation, then put two series of NOT gates to the input of the OR gate, then finally draw the equivalent NAND gate. Finally, you will get the NAND relation. So this is the 5 mark question, students. Obviously, this type of question you can expect from mid exams as well as in the main exams. Okay. So this is the way. Do you all understand what I have done? Actually, very simple, nothing else. If you have already studied, actually all these things we have already studied. Okay, so the function is given, you need to minimize the function, then you have to realize with 2 level NAND gate. Okay, so next question, if there is no doubt, we'll move to the next question, the realization only. Today we'll do all the realization of the minimized gates, and we'll see some of the how to find out the inverse of the functions. Okay, so see here another question which actually came in the 2008 actually. So see here another example, another question I can do here. Simplified draw the simplified NOR realization of the function. Okay, of the function y, which is a bar b c d bar. Next, a bar b c bar d, a b bar c d bar. Okay, so what is the question asked? Draw the simplified NOR relation of the given function. Very important, student. Like this question I will also ask in the exams. Okay, so we see here what you need to do. So the question is given here. You need to realize finally the realization you have to do of the function, which is actually a minimized function of this particular function given, and finally you have to realize it with the non-nor. Both the levels should be of nor. Okay, am I correct, students? So you see here what you need to do. I have already discussed to you. So if you want to realize a two level, so obviously if it is nor, what is the type of the function you require? Actually type of the function you require actually POS type. Am I correct, students? So this is my solution I'm doing. So I need for nor realization, I need POS form of equation. But in the question you see here, is it in POS form? No. This question is given is actually in the canonical SOP form. Canonical SOP form. Am I correct, students? This is given actually in the form of canonical SOP. Now my challenge is how to convert this canonical SOP into the canonical POS, because we know that if you want to realize the nor realization, we need a POS type of function, and that function should be a minimized POS. So to get the minimized POS, I need a canonical POS, and I can represent that canonical POS in my KMF, and finally I have to minimize it and I will get my minimized POS, and I can realize it easily with the help of nor realization. Okay, so first step here is what you have to convert the given function canonical SOE function into canonical POS. So for that, what you need to do, just see here, very easy. I have already told you what you have to do. If a function is given like this, C D bar, A bar, B, C bar, D, A, B bar, C, D bar. Okay, this much is the function. So you know that this is the function which is given in canonical SOP. So if it is in canonical SOP, means these are all actually what? Min terms. These are my all min terms. Am I correct? These are all one min terms or sum terms, you can say. Okay, sorry, these are all product terms, min terms or product term, finally summed to get the SOP function. Okay, so you know that if it is a min terms are expressed for 0, it's a complement, for 1 it's a uncomplement variables. Okay, just you need to put those things over here. If it is a complement variable, put 0. If it is an uncomplement variable, put 1. So this is a complement variable. Okay, a bar is a complement, I will put 0 1 1 0. Next, this one is 0 1 0 1. Next, 1 0 1 0. So I have got these min terms actually. So what are those min terms? M6, M5, and finally I have got M10. Anything else, students? So the function is actually in canonical SOP, and I have got in the min terms form, that is M5, 6, and 10. Okay, if it is summation of 5 6 and 10, how to convert into the max terms? Okay, which is pi, which is not available in the min terms, those are actually max terms. So what are those? 0 1 2 3 4 7 8 9 11 12 13 14 15. So obviously it's a 4 variable, we can restrict up to M15. Okay, so this is my function which I have been realized to into the nor realization. Okay, so do you all understand? So I have been converted the given canonical SOP to the canonical POS now. Okay, any doubt on this, students? These are all very simple. I have already discussed many problems like this. Okay, next, what you need to do, you need to just need to just construct the KMX. So obviously this is a 4 variable KMF, so I can easily construct a 4 variable KMF now. So how is it? 4 variable KMF requires actually 16 number of cells, we know that. So I have just represented the 4 variable KMF here. So this is my 4 variable KMF. Okay, so which has actually 16 number of cells. So these are A, B, C, and D. C bar, D bar, C bar, D, C, D, C, D bar. Here A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B, A, B bar. Okay, so these are the things, and we know the min term positions. The min term positions are 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So these are my midterm positions. Now I can put what are the positions are present. But see here, we are going to realize in the non-nor relation. So what you need to do, student, we have to put all zeros and we have to do for POS simplification. Why? Because we need POS form to realize the POS form to realize the non-nor relation. So obviously here it will be get changed. So this will become C bar D bar, C bar or D, C or D, C or D bar. This will be A bar or B bar, A bar or B, A or B, A or B bar. Okay, do you all understand? So because you have to do POS simplification, we are not going to do SOP simplification because we need relation in non-nor relation. For non-nor, we need POS function. So in order to get POS function, we have to realize the POS simplification. Okay. So now we know that where the minterms is present, what I need to do, I have to put 0. So 0 is present, 1 is present, 2 is present, 3 is present, 4, 7 is present, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. And only not present things are 1, 1 and 1, which I have got here. 5, 6, 10. You can see 5, 6 and 10 positions. We have min terms and other all the places it max terms. Next, what you need to do, you can start simplifying POS. What you have to simplify? You have to group the max terms, and the max terms should be adjacent max term with maximum number of max terms. You can group it. We have already studied in the yesterday's class. Okay. So what you need to do here, you need to check whether you can able to group all 16 max terms. No. Now you can check all octets, can it be possible? No. Next you check quads, can it possible? Yes, some quads are there, it is possible. So what are those quads? You can see here, very simple. So this is actually one of the quad. Can I put it like this? Because all four are adjacent to each other. This also another quad, I can get it here. Any other students? Yes, this also another quad. No, if you do like this, extra will come. So what you need to do here, okay, so I can also do it this way, not an issue. Okay, we can do actually, no problem, we can do it like this, another quad. Any other students? For this, actually we can also quad it like this. No, it will give extra. Okay, for this, what you need to do, you need to just group it this one, because if you group it this one, it will group both the remaining midterms. And here, how to group it? You can group it like this. Do you all understand what I have done here? Okay, very simple. For this midterm, I have used this quad. For this midterm, I have used this quad. For these two midterms, I have used this quad, and remaining all this midterm, this quad, this quad. Okay, so here, how many functions we have got? How many groupings we got? One, group number one, group number two, group number three, group number four, and finally another group here it is 5. So all 5 groups we have got. Now we have to find out what are the common in these 5 groups. Okay, so see here what I am doing over here. What is the common in this group? Group number third, the common is actually here A is common, so I will just write down A bar. And here what is common? D is common. I'll just put here D bar. Okay, so A bar, D bar is a function which we got from the third grouping. Next, from the fourth grouping, what we'll get? What is common? A or B is common, so we can just take A bar or B bar. Okay. Next, from this grouping, what is common? C bar, D bar. So we'll take C or D. Okay. Next, from this grouping, from the second grouping, what is common? A bar or B bar. So I can take A or B. Okay. Next, from fifth grouping is this one. So we'll get here from the fifth grouping C or D actually common. So C bar or D bar. So what are the final functions we got, students? The final function Y is my C bar or D bar. It's a POS. Remember, students, these are all max terms. C or D, A or B, or A bar or B bar, A or B, and finally anything else? Yes, A bar, B bar over C bar, D bar, C or D or B, A bar, B bar. Okay, so anything else? So these are the terms. C or D we got. Yes, we have represented C bar D bar. We have represented. So here from this, what we got? A bar. Oh, here we have done A bar D bar. We got A bar D bar. So we have not expressed A bar D bar. So finally A bar D bar. So these are my 5 max terms, and this is my final POS form, which is actually simplified POS, which need to be realized using the NOR relation. You know that how to realize it, students. Very simple. What you need to do, the step one is actually you need to realize it with the OR and relation. First step is in order to realize NOR relation, because the question is given NOR relation. Step one is first realize the given function, realize the simplified POS function. So this is my simplified POS, student. Simplified POS function, okay, in OR and relation, okay, OR and relation. So you know that before going to that, you would be having one very important assumption. What is the assumption? The assumption is all the inverted inputs, are readily available to me, are available with me, okay, available with me. Okay, do you all understand? This is the assumption. Then you can easily draw the OR and relation. You can take the function C bar D bar, C or D. So you can take, you have already C bar D bar, everything is available. Just you take those things. This is my C bar, this is my D bar, already available with me, and this will be actually my OR gate, because all these are max terms. Max terms means OR gate followed by a AND gate. Okay, do you have any doubt on this? Okay, no. Next, C or D, another max term is there, C or D. So I can take this C or D here. Next thing is A bar or B bar. I can take A bar B bar also here. Okay, I can take A bar B bar. Next max term is A bar B bar. Okay, next A or B, another max term, A or B, and finally A bar or D bar. Okay, A bar or D bar. So these are the max terms, and we have first realized it in the NOR gate. Then finally what you have to do, or AND means in the end it will be POS, summed terms get product. Okay, so we'll get all the things take into one product, means that is actually the AND gate. So you can take all these things, okay, all these things like this, all these things, finally you can do a AND. So you can know that this is my OR AND relation. Okay, this is my first step. Before starting the NOR relation, I have to do step one, OR AND relation. After that, what I need to do, I just need to put series of NOT gates at the input of the AND gate. Okay, so here one NOT gate, here one NOT gate, here one NOT gate, here one NOT gate. This is my step two. Okay, here one NOT gate, here another 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 NOT gate. If we put like this, what will happen, student? As we know that A bars bar is A. If we put two NOT gates, then they will get cancel each other. Finally, we will get the same function. Whatever the functionality here, the same functionality we can achieve at the AND gates input. Okay. So next, what you need to do? The step 3, the step 2 we have done here. What is step 2? The step 2 is we have put series of NOT gates to the input of AND gate. Okay. Next, step 3 is obviously you have to draw the NOR equivalent circuit. You have to draw the NOR equivalent circuit. For that, what you need to do, all the components here present, just think of it, what you need to do immediately, students. Okay, so for this NOR equivalent, you know that you have already done it. Actually, what you need to do, just simply you see here, you can see this combo OR and NOT is nothing else my NOR gate. Okay, these are all things you just has to represent all the things with a two input NOR gates. Okay, am I correct? So this combo here, this combo here will give me a two input NOR gate. This combo also will give me a two input NOR gate. This combo also will give me a two input NOR gate. This also will give me a two input NOR gate. This also give me a two input NOR gate. And we have already studied this thing also, this particular arrangement, all the inverted input AND gate. Okay, this is nothing else, inverted input AND gate. We know that this is my inverted input, this is my inverted input, with my inverted input, this is my inverted input. Okay, inverted input AND gate will give me also a NOR gate. Okay, how we can see using the De Morgan's law? If you apply the De Morgan's law, very simple. If you take A, B, C, D, E, so it will be obviously A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, E bar. You can take finally A bar and B bar and C bar and D bar and E bar, which will give me finally A or B or C or D or E. So which is nothing else, a 5 input NOR gate. Am I correct, students? Just I have applied the De Morgan's theorem here, nothing else. Okay, according to the De Morgan's theorem, this particular arrangement of the inverted input NOR gate, inverted input AND gates will gives me a 5 input NOR gate as well. So I can replace this particular configuration into 5 input NOR gate like this. Okay, am I correct? So I'm going to do the circuit here, redraw the circuit using all the NOR gates. So see here, how is it? Very simple. I have been taken here actually C bar, here D bar, and this will be connected to one of the NOR gate, and C D, this will be also connected to another NOR gate. A bar, B bar, this will be also connected to another NOR gate. Okay, and here A B, this is also connected to another NOR gate. Okay, and finally A bar D bar is going to be connected to another NOR gate. Okay, finally all these things will be connected to a 5 input NOR gate. Okay, like this. So all the things you can take it up. Okay, take it up like this, and you can connect it everything to the 5 input NOR gate. Okay, students, so this is actually my realization of the POS function, POS simplification function given, and finally I will be got here NOR realization. Okay, which is 2 level NOR. Okay, so see here what we have done. What is the question given to us? The question is given to us in the form of SOP. Okay, in the form of canonical SOP. From there we have just to find out the canonical POS. Okay, after that we have solved it the K-map. Okay, then after solving we got a minimized POS. Here we got a minimized POS. Then finally, as we require for NOR, a minimized POS we require. That is the reason we have solved it for the POS. If it has been not asked, it has been asked, the question has been given to you and asked, realize it with the help of 2 level NAND gate. So obviously no need to convert into canonical POS, because we know that for NAND realization we require type of the function is actually SOP type. Okay, so we no need, actually this is already in SOP. We just has to take this and solve it up, minimize it up, finally you can realize it up very well. Okay, do you all understand, students? This is the way the question will ask. Then finally what we have done, we have converted into OR and realization, then put series of inverters at the input of the AND gate, then converted into equivalent NOR circuit. Okay, so this is the thing. Do you all understand? It's very important. Some of the questions you can get it like this. Okay, if there is no doubt, we'll proceed further. So one of the very important and sure shot, this question I will ask in the midterm of the 5 marks. Okay, so this is the only question exactly I will ask, but little bit I will modify. So see here, this is the 5 mark question. If you won't understand, ask me multiple times, I will help you up. But this question is very important, I am telling. So you need to understand this question well. Okay, so the question is, with the help of KMF, what is the question? With the help of KMF, with the help of KMF, find the simplest form. Find the simplest form in sum of product. Simplest form in sum of product of the function f, which is f and g. F and g, where my f is, just a minute, where my f is w x y bar or y bar z or w bar y z bar or x bar y z bar. Okay, and g would be mine w or x or y bar or z bar, and x bar or y bar or z, and w bar or y or z bar. So this is the question. Okay, so very important question, student. This is the exact question I'll ask. Some modification I'll do. I may ask here f, which is maybe f and g. I may ask f or g. I may ask f x nor g. I may ask f x or g. Anything I can ask, but this will be the particular question I'll ask in the exam, because this is very important and many times in the exams it has been come up. Okay, so what you need to do here actually. So the question, can you read it once? The question: with the help of KMF, find the simplest form in sum of product of the function. Sum of product of the function. The function is in sum of product and which has the identity f, which is f and g. Okay. Here two functions given f and g like this. Okay. Do you all understand or any doubt on this? So what you need to do first step? Tell me. You need to develop a function which is a capital F. You need to develop that, and that capital F will be f and g. Okay, so you have to develop a capital F. Capital F is the function which is actually in the form of sum of product. Then you have to find out the simplest form. So you have to find out this f and g and operation which gives me capital F. Finally you have to do simplification of it using KMF to get the simplified f. Am I correct? Simplified f. Okay, then finally you can realize it up. Okay, so what you need to do here, your prime job is to find out capital F by making f and g. Okay, you will be given here f and g. So what you need to do here mainly first you need to draw the K-map of f and g, or you do you all understand what you need to do here? First step is steps you need to follow. What is the steps? Step 1, convert f g function, so small f small g function, into canonical SOP. Why? Because we need to find out a SOP function of capital F. So if both the functions are in canonical SOP, then it will be easy for me to construct a capital F from it. Okay, so first step is convert small f small g functions into canonical SOP. Okay, next step, draw the K-map of small f small g. Okay, next what you need to do after drawing? Okay, you need to construct capital F by using small f and g. Okay, you have to construct capital F K-map. You have to construct capital F K-map by using f and g. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky, students. So then fourth one, simplify the capital F. Simplify the capital F. Okay, which is actually minimize SOP. You have to do minimize the SOP using KMF. Simplify the KF using KMF. Okay, next, for simplify, what you need a capital F KMF. Am I correct, students? To simplify, so this one is this will give me KMF of the function f. So after you solve that KMF of this capital F, you will get the simplified version of the capital F. Next, after that, what you need to do after simplification, realize it. So these are the steps you need to follow. This is obviously a 5-mark question, students, or maybe 10-mark questions also come in the exam. So what you need to do, you have been given a functions. Okay, first you need to convert that into the canonical SOP. Tell me here, is that all in the canonical SOP? Obviously not. These are not in the canonical SOP. First you need to convert into the canonical SOP. Am I correct, students? So very simple, you just need to know what you need to do. You know that how to convert it actually. So here I am doing that now. Step 1 is I am going to convert into the canonical SOP. So my function is here w x y bar z, w bar y z bar, x bar y z bar. Okay, so I need to convert it into canonical SOP. First of all, this is how many variable functions, student? This is a 4 variable function. Am I correct? What are the variables here? W, X, Y, and Z. Now, in all the terms you see here, all the variables are not present. So you need to convert. First, you have to identify the missing variable. Here, missing variable is Z. Here, missing variable is W and X. Here, missing variable is X. Here, missing variable is W. So you have know that this is not my canonical SOP. You know how to do it. Okay, how many missing variable? What you need to do? You just need to put one over there. Okay, end with one. So this is my W, X, Y bar, and one, because Z is missing only one. Next, both are missing here. W1, 1, Y bar, Z. Next, W bar, 1, Y, Z bar. Next, here W is missing 1, X bar, Y, Z bar. Okay, so don't be get confused. These are all the things, you know it very well. Okay, next, what you need to do, you just need to replace 1 by in the form of X, or X bar is 1. Okay, this is the way. What the missing variable is there, wherever you put that, you just convert into this way. So this is W, X, Y bar. So this is my Z or Z bar. Next, W or W bar. Next, X or X bar. Next, Y bar, Z. And this one obviously again same W bar, X or X bar, Y, Z bar. And finally this one you have to put W or W bar, X bar, Y, Z bar. Okay, these are the particular things you got it. Okay, after putting all these in place of 1, you have got it like this. After this, you have to just apply the distributive law, and finally you will get what form, actual students? You will get summation of M. You will do it, students. I am not doing. What is summation of M? You will get here. You will get here summation of M 1, next 2, then you will get around 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 30. So this is the function you will get after solving. What you need to do, you have to apply the distributive law here. After that, remove the repeated terms. After removing repeated terms, you can able to realize it in this min terms form, which is nothing else, my canonical SOP. Do you all understand? So I have been converted my small f in the canonical SOP. So which can be now represented in the step 2, which is actually construct the K map of small f and small g. So I have been find out the canonical SOP like this. So I can easily now put up in my construction of K map for small f and small g. Okay. Next, similarly, you can take g here. Okay, small g. What is the function g here? W or X or Y bar or Z bar, and X bar or Y bar or Z, and W bar or Y or Z bar. So this is the function given to me. What you need to do, you just need to, this is actually in POS form. So what you need to do first, you have to convert into the SOP. So for that, first you have to convert into the canonical POS. What is your canonical POS? How to do this canonical POS? Very simple. You know that you identify the missing variable. Here the missing variable, no missing variable, because all 4 variables are present. Here missing variable is W. Here missing variable is X. So you know that what to do here, or with 0. So this will be W, X, Y bar or Z bar. Next, this is W means 0. You have to or with 0, X bar, Y bar or Z. Next, this will be your W bar, 0, Y or Z bar. Now you know that what you need to do, you just need to put in terms of 0, X and X bar is 0. You know this by replace. You have to replace those with the which are not present actually in the variable. So this is my W, X, Y bar or Z bar. This is my 0. I can put it here W and W bar, X bar, Y bar, Z. Next, here W bar, X and X bar, Y or Z bar. Next, I just apply the distributive law here. What you have to do, W, X, Y bar, Z bar, nothing will be going to change here. Next, here I can make it actually W, X bar, Y bar, Z, and W bar, X bar, Y bar, Z. Okay. Next, I can do this again, this W bar or X or Y or Z bar. Next, W bar, X bar, Y or Z bar. So these are the terms we got. These are all now canonical POS. So we know that how to convert canonical POS to canonical SOPs. So after that, what you need to do here, we'll get pi m, which is actually nothing else, 3, then 6, 9, 13, 14. So these are the things we'll get. Okay, if you solve these up, these are the things you'll get. Just nothing else. Max terms, what you have to do. 0 means uncomplemented variables, put 0, 1 complemented variables, put 1 for max terms. Okay, because these are all max terms, I can put those, and finally I'll get pi. But I need actually what? Both the things should be in SOP. So I can find out my SOP. What is that SOP now? 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 15. So this is my SOP. So I have got here both the things here in canonical SOP. So this is my G. Okay, and we have also find out my F over here. F is also in canonical SOP. Okay, do you all understand what we have got? Now easily I can draw the K maps for both F and G, which is actually step 2. What is my step 2? Step 2 is I have to draw the K map for F and G. Okay, so for that, what I need to do, I am going to do for F now. For my F, what is the function we have got? Summation of M. We got actually 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 11, 14, 15. Am I correct? I have not checked this. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9 we have got here. 5, 6, 9 we have got. Yes, 9, not 8. 5, 6, 9. 5, 6, 9. So I'll just cross by 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is there. 1, 2 is there. 5 is there. 6 will be there. Yes. 8 is not required. 9 is there. Yes. 9. Then 10. 9. 10. Yes, that is 10 actually. Not 11. That is 10. Yeah, correct. So this is my 10. Okay. 9, 10. 6, 9, 10. Next, after 10, what do you have got? 8, 9, 10. 12, 13. Why I have written 14, 15? 12, 13. So we have got here now 12, 13 finally. 10, 12, 13. So this is the function. So we know that how to construct this function f. So it's a 4 variable, obviously. The variables are double x, y, z. So I have been taken here w, x, this side y and z. So both are SOP. So I'll just construct the SOP, means you have to put all the minterms which are present in the function is actually 1. Okay, so this is my y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, y, z bar, w bar, x bar, w bar, x, w, x, w, x bar. Okay, now position values, we know that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and finally 15. So we can put those minterms over here. What are the minterms are present here? 1 is present. It's a 0. Next 0. Sorry. 1. 1 is present. Next 2, 5, 6, 5, 6. 5, 6 is present. Yes. 9, 10 is present. Next 11, no, 12 and 13. So this many only. Okay, and other places obviously all are zeros. I'll just put the zeros like this. Okay, very simple. Am I correct, friends? So this is my f. Okay, now similarly G. So G, how to put G over here? This is my function G. I can construct G also like the same way. I can construct over here G. Am I correct? So I have been constructing here G. So this is also 16 cells will be present because this is also 4 variable kmf. I'll just construct G like this, w, x, y, z. So this is my y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, y, z bar, w bar, x bar, w bar, x, w, x, w, x bar. Okay, I know the minterm persons. I just put over 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, so now I put all these values over here. What are the minterms present in the G? So 0 is present, yes. 1 is present, 2 is present, 4, 5 are present, 7 is present, 8 is present, uh, 10, 11, 12, and 15. So these many is present. Others are 0. Am I correct? Okay. So do you all got it? Others are 0. Now what is the question given? So this is my step 2. I have been got here. What are the things I have been got here? I have been got here f and g functions. After that, I have drawn the k-map, which is my step 2. What is my step 3, students? Construct capital F k-map by using f and g. So what I will do, excuse me, so what we will do here, constructing. So f would be, you have to construct, you will be find out the k-map of f, which will be actually f and g. Am I correct? So you have to perform the AND operation between these two k-maps. So this is my f and g, which gives me, if you do AND operation between these f and g, you will get a capital F. Am I correct, student? Did you all understand what I have told you? So if I do AND operation, what is AND operation? Can you tell me, anyone, what is AND operation? This is my f, this is my g. So I'll get f and g actually. What is my AND? So 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So if it is 0 0 0 0 0 1. So what do you understand from this? If I have some common terms, common min terms in f and g, like where I have common terms f and g, students, we have common terms like here, see here, here it is 1 at min term 1, here also it is min term 1, it's 1. Okay, here in min term 2 also 1, here also min term 2 it's 1. Okay, so if I perform f and g, means I have to perform AND operation between each min terms. 0 and 1, I'll get 0. Okay, so if I construct a capital F k-map, what I have to do, I have to find out the AND operation between small f and small g. Do you all understand? Very important question, students. Okay, so I'll be again, if I'll do capital F AND operation, so obviously there is also 16 number of cells, because I'm going to do 16 zeros and ones over here in the min term, 16 min terms, here also 16 min terms. If I do AND operation between these two, I'll get again 16 number of cells. Okay, 16 number of min terms, which are actually, again I'll get double x y z only. Okay, so this is actually y bar z bar, y bar z, y z, y z bar, w bar x bar, w bar x, wx, and wx bar. Okay, so see here, what we need to do, I will do AND operation between this and this, I'll write down here 0. I'll do this and this, I'll write down AND operation here. This and this 0. This and this 1. Like this, very simple, student. 0 1 0, 1 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 0, 1 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 0, 1 0 0, sorry, 0 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 1 0, 1 0 0, 1 1 1. Do you all understand what I have got here? Finally, I have got, finally, this is my capital F k-map, which is step 3. What is step 3? I have to do AND operation between f and g, because my function f is given as f and g. Okay, so I have to do AND operation between these two, and I'll get capital F over here. Okay, after doing the capital F, what you need to do, you have to simplify, because you have to, it has been asked, draw the with the help of k-map. What is the question? With the help of k-map, find the simplest form of capital F. So in order to find the simplest form of capital F, what you need to do, you need to simplify it using k-map. Okay, so here what you need to do, is there 16 number of ones present? No. Octets present? No. Quads present? Obviously no. Pairs present? Yes, pairs are present. So many pairs are there. I'll just make it the pairs here. So what are the pairs over here? So this can be one of the grouping. Okay, and also what else I can group? This also another grouping, because these two are adjacent. Then how to group this? This is a single grouping. This is not possible any grouping, because no adjacent min terms are present for this. So now 3 groupings, so 3 different values will get, functions will get. This one is what will get, what is common here? W bar, y bar, z bar. And what is common here? X bar, y, z bar. What is common here? W, x, y bar, z. Do you all understand, students? So what is my capital F? Simplified capital F. So simplest form of capital F is W bar, Y bar, Z bar, X bar, Y, Z bar, and finally W X Y bar Z. So this is very important, students. So finally, in some of the questions, they may also ask, realize it actually. We have to realize using non-relation, non-relation, anything they can ask. So here in this question, they have not asked to realize, they have just asked to find the simplest form of SOP of capital F. So which I have done it like this. Okay. Do you all understand? It's very important. This is the question we can get in the exams as well. So if there is any doubt, please let me know immediately, students. Any doubt? You can unmute and speak me off if there is any doubt you have.